Welcome to Championship Chatter. We are back. Yes, we are 3 games in. Yes, the season's already started, but we thought we'd let the dust settle
a bit and just like make people wonder where we are.
Had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I'd been ill and he couldn't be bothered.
Whoa.
This is your Championship focus show here on Pitch Football on both the app and the YouTube channel. If you've not downloaded the app, do it right now. Do it.
Well, wait if you want.
I ain't got to watch. Also, subscribe to the Pitch Football YouTube channel, which you're here watching the show on. Do it. Go down there. Do it.
Bit bossy today.
I am. I'm sick of people not subscribing when they should be subscribing. Subscribe. Do it now. I'm Jonny.
I'm Jonno.
We are, of course, Sheffield United fans, but we focus...
We're not biased.
A little bit biased. We focus on the entire Championship here, and we try and do our very best to give you a balanced, up the blades view on the Championship. Let's have a look what's been going off, shall we? Let's start off with what the fuck is going on at Norwich? What is happening at Norwich?
I'll be honest. I'm not going to be sad to see them have a struggle season. They've been a yo-yo club. It's about time they had a bit of misery. Sorry to Norwich fans, but you've had your ups. I mean, you've had your downs going relegated, but you've always seemed to bounce back up. And I've even backed them to go up. This is why you're not winning.
Yeah.
Because every time I back someone, they do rubbish. I did expect them to go straight back up. I expected them to be flying. They had a couple of easy openers as well. I
won't say easy, but some winnable openers.
What? They should have been winning.
Yeah. You know why they're struggling? Dean Smith. End of story. End of story.
I can't disagree with that.
Most overrated manager I've seen.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't rate him for Villa.
No. What did he do? He just wait to see who Chris Wilder were going to sign and then signed him for Villa. What do we do? Well, what's Chris Wilder doing? That's it. You know what? Let's not talk about Dean Smith. I'll get into a tirade. But fucking
Ginger Steve Bruce.
A Ginger Steve Bruce with a Brummy accent. Who did you do it? 1-0 loss to Cardiff to start the season, and then 1-1 with newly promoted Wigan. Oh, it screams promotion, doesn't it? Screams it.
It does now that they're going to win every match remaining.
98% record for the entire... But yeah, they looked awful. Looked woeful. Looked out of ideas.
They've got a very good squad and all. This is why I don't understand why they were struggling. They still got some very decent players.
Did Pookie play? Is he still there?
Yeah, well, he played for Cardiff. I'm not 100% sure against Wigan.
The Pookie party is over. Cancelled. Saturday to Guaisavaida off. Pookie party over. It's a very, very poor start. On I know it's 2 games in, very early in the season. Forest have shown what you can do, but it does make it hard work.
Delia will not be happy.
Delia's never fucking happy.
Where are you?
Watford, they started off with a 1-0 win against somebody, I can't remember who it were, and then a 1-1 with West Brom with a sensational goal. By all accounts, they got battered by West Brom.
Yeah, I think flattered them getting a point actually.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
It was a fantastic goal. What a goal it were. You can't deny that. Anything from halfway line like that's going to be talked about.
Yeah.
I got a bit of flack for saying that their front three is a bit average, didn't I? After playing with Sheffield United.
Yeah, you put that on Pitch Football on their socials, and you got.
There should be something in small print saying that when I've had a drink, take it with a pinch of salt. They've not impressed me.
Okay. As athletes, as pace merchants, brilliant. As footballers, Well, if they didn't have that pace, would they be where they are?
They got relegated from Premier League for a reason.
Because they're fast, but not very good at finishing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Unless you're shooting from halfway line.
Well, everybody gets one of them.
Brian Dean did, didn't he?
Yeah, Brian Dean got one, but he were amazing. Look, some shit players have scored, like fucking keepers have scored. Let's not forget that.
They did. I think it was Preston's keeper, from where I remember that actually.
Fucking did Ben Foster get one scored against him?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did in Premier League. There's been a few Premier League ones. So just going from halfway line, don't make you fucking Messi or Ronaldo or a good player like Brian Dean. Beckham. Ooh. I didn't mean that as a sexy you. I'm quitting that bit.
Don't, please.
It's a slow start. Not a bad start, but a slower start than I thought. They'd be wanting to have an 100% record 2 games.
Well, West Brom's a bit of a heart this season as well, aren't they? And there's a lot of expectations on West Brom. I don't know why, because Steve Bruce is still in charge.
And yeah.
They have brought in a couple of players that...
Some good players.
Yeah, they have.
Wallace and Swift did good signings. I wouldn't have minded Swift at United. He was one I really wanted.
I heard he were linked with us.
Yeah, he was one I really wanted. But Steve Bruce has probably offered him, a kebab after every game. So
Why would you not?
if Steve Bruce is having a kebab every game, why not share it with players? He'll be big
That's
enough.
one during game.
Like that keeper. Remember that fucking Barrow Town whose fucking keeper came on and then came off and had a fucking burger? Yeah, you don't remember it? The fact he put a bet on himself to a burger during the game, and he did, and he got fucking like fined and shit.
You can't back yourself to
You
do that,
can't.
surely.
Anyway, moving on. Burnley, another team that's just come down. 1-1 with Luton.
Yeah, Burnley looked absolutely awesome, didn't it, first game?
Yeah.
Played some great football. He thought Company has learnt a lot of Pep. And then, yeah, just struggled, didn't they? At second game.
Yeah, let's be honest. They're in a transition period, I think. They're changing from Dyche football to something else football. Is Company going to be the best manager ever? He's had some success in Belgium. Belgium.
I think people forget he was a manager in Belgium.
Yeah.
People think he just disappeared from Man City and all of a sudden he's manager of Burnley.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? He's played under some good managers.
He has been manager of probably the only team in Belgium.
Yeah.
So obviously he's going to win stuff with that team. But he did play some very, very attractive football.
But it's alright playing attractive football if you're not putting ball in net.
Well, they did first.
Look at sometimes it weren't all attractive under fucking Slavicia, you overrated Kanovic.
It never was.
There were some bits where football were quite nice, but it never led
For
to
when he
anything.
were managing Fulham.
But when it never really led to anything.
No. You must say a lot of teams can pass sideways, backwards all day long if you don't get it nowhere. I mean, I imagine there's quite a few teams that think that their players do that.
Oh yeah. But it's a work in progress. We're not going to judge him harshly. It could be a revelation. I just think that I'm very biased. I always think the managers that are managing England for the first time should start in League One.
I wish they would, but
If not lower.
But then I look at Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He's doing well, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Look at some people like Company's played under some brilliant managers. He's won Premier League titles. So's Paul Ince.
Yeah, I think you look at like Frank Lampard. I mean, you look at Gary Neville.
Yeah,
who probably could have done something better if they'd have started at a lower league club.
Look at Gerrard. He fucking went to a fucking amateur league. Did well. Won title. Great stuff. I'm pretty sure that me and you could do that. Then he's come to Villa and people were raving about him at first. And now they're fucking turning on him. And we're not going to go into the Premiership too much, but this shows why I think the manager should start lower. Company, I think, does have a mentality that could see him do well. But it's a slow start.
He's been under a manager that's probably one of the best at the moment about. So he's got a lot of experience from him, and well, you're going to take everything that he says, aren't you?
Of course you are.
And if he can take anything from what Pep Guardiola does, Burnley will not go far wrong this season.
Then, of course, another game that went well. As Millwall, who were a bogey team to a certain Sheffield United. Sheffield United put that bogey team to the sword, to the crossroads. Battered them.
And they had a lot of confidence from their first win as well.
Yeah,
so
100%. They thought they were going to.
We was all a bit worried, weren't we?
Yeah, I think about 80% of Sheffield bunged a couple of £100 on Cooper to score.
Everybody had backed Cooper because he scored like 6 games in on bounce against us. So
never ever, and I mean never been so happy to lose money as when he didn't score.
I didn't back it. I don't do things like that. Well, I just don't back on United.
Cresswell made a bit of a fuck up after scoring in the opening game of the season. Second half, I didn't see it. You said it was bang average, but we saw the game out.
Got thrown out, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I got thrown out. I had shit. But no, it were a very professional performance. First half, there was some brilliant football in there, and we got a glimpse of what we're capable of. And I think, as Sheffield United fans, showing no bias, we're definitely going to win Europe.
And the World Cup.
And the World Cup. And Women's Euros. No, that's already finished. Swansea 0, Blackburn Rovers 3, puts Blackburn top of the league after 2 games. But, you know, it's one of them things, isn't it, where I tipped Blackburn to do well last season. They did well for so long and then they fell off. Do you see the same happening again?
Started very well, aren't they? I mean, a very, very good result against Swansea. I think they'll be there and about, but I think they might just miss out on playoffs again.
Yeah, Blackburn have got it in them to have a good, successful season if they keep certain players, if they keep the team fit. A bit like Middlesbrough, a bit of a paper-thin squad, a few injuries, could see them fall off.
You definitely can't afford to lose any full transfers then, can you? I mean,
no, definitely not.
Obviously, a lot of their players are linked away from Blackburn.
Yeah.
I'd like to see these players stay in the Championship, see if they can get promoted with the club that they're at.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that anymore, does it? And
Loyalty's dead.
I cannot see them keeping Berriton Diaz.
No, not at all.
No, if they do, then you might be up there.
Especially if he moved to Chile.
President next to Chile.
So, of course, when this video does come out, Watford will have played Burnley. We'll put the score right there.
Well done to the winning team, or
yes, the winning team.
Or
who it is? Quick score predictions. I'm going to say 1-0 Watford.
1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Bet we're both wrong.
We usually are.
Is it an harder division this season? Because I think it is. I think it's a stronger division than last season.
We've had this before, somebody asked us, and I agree.
Yeah. People are saying it's weaker. I think it's stronger.
Yeah, I don't see how. I think the teams that have come down, the teams that have gone up. I mean, all right, there's a few teams that we've lost. Look at your Derby, who you thinking Championship are a big club, and
yeah, but they're not. They're a shit team with no players.
We all know your thoughts on Derby.
Cunts. We're going, if we beat West Brom in League Cup tonight, we've got Derby at next round.
I know. So we're not playing them.
No, definitely not. But no, I think it's our division. Forest went up last season. I think that says it all.
Yeah, I mean, being biased again, beat us in semi-final.
No, but we deserve to go up. We had players in there. We started so shit.
Weren't it?
The run they had was great, but it showed how weak the division were.
Yeah, you could say it like that.
Teams aren't doing that this season. I'm telling you now, teams are not having that rise to glory this season.
I can't see a team running away a bit like Fulham did.
No, definitely not at all. Not at all. I mean, Mitrovic is a cheat code in Championship. I think, to be fair, he can be quite good in Premier League. He just never gets a chance because he's either fucking dead.
2 goals already.
2 goals already. There you go.
In my fantasy team.
He's always either injured or something happens, and he never gets consistent running games. The people who are going to win this division are the ones who are going to play out a consistent team every week. We've had our little mini injury crisis on first game of the season as Sheffield United fans. If we keep a consistent team, I think we can be up there. Borough, slow start. If they can mould the team how they want it, they could have a good run. So a lot of teams could. The ones that are consistent are going to be the ones who do best. If there's teams with amazing players who are having to chop and change every week, they're going to be the ones that struggle, and they're not going to do a Forest, and they're not going to climb back up. It's a lot harder division this season.
I think every club wants consistency, especially of a winning team that they can keep on and on and on. And they're not going to go far wrong, and they will be up there at the end of the season. But not many teams are lucky enough to keep older players like that and keep them fit.
Absolutely not.
Unless you've got the squad depth, and coming back to Sheffield United, I do think we have got the squad depth at the moment. Unlike a Middlesbrough that are quite low on players.
Yeah, 100%. Chris Wilder, he is the best manager in the division, I think. But if you've only got 19 players to work with, one's got a suspension. A few other players aren't really good enough, and he's not got them players in that he needs. So
I'd like to play him this weekend.
Oh well,
Definitely losing now.
Definitely losing now. Let's head around the Championship, fans.
Chris here from the Albion Analysis podcast for Pitch Footy. For the first time in 2 years, I can honestly say, as an Albion fan, I'm feeling pretty positive about life. Unbelievable performance against Watford, even if we did only draw 1-1. Brilliant in the second half against Middlesbrough as well, after a pretty poor first half. But the reality of the situation is Bruce seems to be sorting it out. He seems to understand what he wants to do. How he wants the team to go out and play, and the players seem to be buying into it. The fans, it was a positive atmosphere at the Hawthorns again for the first time in over a year. The fans really jumped on board with it, and everyone seems to be pulling in the same direction. So I'm just kind of waiting for it all to go wrong, but at the moment life's pretty good. We're happy with everything, and get a striker in, and we actually start tucking away some of these chances, and sky's the limit.
Hello guys, Jonny here from the Borough Breakdown podcast. I'm here to give you a preview of Borough's game against Sheffield United at the Riverside on Sunday at 2 o'clock. But first I want to give you a bit of a review of Borough's season so far. I mean, caveat, it is very, very early in the season. It's only 3 games in, but we've yet to win a game. Drew 1-1 against West Bromwich Albion, got beat 3-2 off QPR, and then we got beat last night against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup. It was a team which was pretty much half and half of academy players and a couple of first teamers that needed minutes. But in terms of Borough's squad so far this season, we've got 19 registered players, so very, very thin on the ground. We're in the market and we're in desperate need of a left centre-back, cover in midfield, some more strikers. 7 players is probably the most ideal number we could probably get to try and make the squad good enough to challenge this season. for the push for promotion. And I think we will get there. We've got the manager, Chris Wilder, who is I just absolutely love. I think he's a wonderful, wonderful manager, really intelligent, straight to the point, and plays really good football. And he's rejuvenated us over the last pretty much 10 months that he's been at the club. But there's players to watch out for. There's Riley Mcgree, the Australian, who is in place of Marcus Tavernier, who has went on to go to Bournemouth. We signed Riley Mcgree in January of this year, and he's just been a wonderful talent. Really good on the ball, silky, good eye for a pass. Love. To be honest, he's a number 10 really, but he's playing in more of an 8 position at the moment, but he's really, really good. And also to mention Ryan Giles and Isaiah Jones on the wings, who are just brilliant. A lot of our attacking play will come from them. Ryan Giles' crossing is fantastic, and Izzy Jones will probably look to try and dart the play, but his game is adapting. It's coming to more of like a give and go and get around behind. But in terms of the game, I think it's going to be really, really difficult. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Some really good talent across Sheffield United and Paul Eckenbottom. He's building the squad for promotion. It's going to be a difficult game for both sides, but hopefully the Chris Wilder derby might go in Boris' favour, even though I'm saying 1-1. But I'm hoping for a late winner to 2-1. But guys, thank you very much for having me on. All the best for the rest of the season.
Hi, it's Mickey from the Millwall podcast for Pitch Footy. A brief catch up. We got spanked 2-0 by Sheffield United at the weekend. We just didn't turn up. They did to us what we did to Stoke previous week, and obviously we won then 2-0. It is what it is. Good news is we're not playing in the Tin Pot Cup this week. We played last week and lost. Coventry's got a game midweek, and hopefully they will be taking the penalties and run ragged on that game, and that will do us the no end of favours going into Saturday's game at home against Coventry, and hopefully they will be exhausted and knackered, and we will be the victors of 2-1 to Millwall. So out the wall.
We've been around the fans, got some interesting opinions there. What we're doing now is we're a little bit different. Foreplay is back, Jonno.
Everybody loves a bit of foreplay.
Everybody loves a bit of foreplay. We're going to go over 4 big upcoming games this weekend in the Championship, not including Friday night's game, because I said this will be out by the time, and blah, 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 blah. We're going to also pick who we think is going to win, or if it's going to be a draw. And these will be our foreplay picks. Championship foreplay. You don't have to do the Premier League teams. You can pick Championship teams. Get on there. It's free to play. Points win prizes. Let's have a different winner this season. First game we're going to talk about Hull versus Norwich.
So, opposite ends of the table. I know it's only a couple of games in.
Who'd have thought, eh?
Hull with 4 points and Norwich with a little 1 point.
I mean, the Turkish national team, Hull, will be confident that they can put in another big display. There's a feel-good factor at the club. It does help that now they're serving better food. Now they've got kebabs and stuff in the
I wish they would.
I know, wouldn't they? Oh, mate, that is the kind of food of dreams at football, isn't it?
Yes.
No more burnt pies or £8 flat pints. Give me like a fucking big,
Turkish beer.
Oh, give me Turkish beer and a Turkish kebab. Give me Turkish weather. I want it all. But anyway, it's when Middlesbrough did it and they signed all the players from the SPL that time, nearly got fucking relegated by Christmas. People kind of likened it to Hull. What we seem to be forgetting is they're buying a better standard of player. I know it's only the Turkish league.
SPL to Turkish league.
I still say Turkish league blinds it hands down. I wouldn't say that there's much comparison between the Championship, but when you're buying them from the top clubs over there, and you're bringing in good reinforcements, there will be a chemistry there already, because they'll be used. Obviously, there's a cultural chemistry. They'll be fitting in with the lads that are there, because some of them have played in England before. They'll be blending together well. Will it work long term? I'm not sure, but there'll be an initial feel-good factor that'll take them on a good run, I think.
I think Hull will want it favourites to go down and all, won't they? It starts the season.
I can see them finishing mid-table, you know.
I think they'll take that at the beginning of the season. Some of their fans were a bit wary about all these foreign players coming in, so...
Brexit means Brexit. Joking, for fuck's sake. Anyway, what are you picking for this game? Your foreplay prediction, Jonno?
I still think Norwich are going to come good.
I don't.
Hull, they've not been convincing win, draw. I'm going for a 3-1 Norwich win.
Looking at the game, I still think Norwich are going to struggle massively. I don't see them having a good season at all. I'm not going to go as far as saying they're going to get relegated, but I don't. Shame, but I don't think they're going to have a good season. But for this game, I see it being a draw. You know, I can see it being a draw. I can see them cancelling each other out. Norwich is shitness versus Hull's feel-good factor. They'll cancel each other out. Both ends of the spectrum clashing together.
Fair enough.
Next game, Millwall, very confident after their first win, and then they got spanked by certain Sheffield United against Coventry, a team that seem to think that they're fucking Champions League contenders. If you talk to their fans, they seem to think that they're amazing.
Well, this is why they're going to lose. Yeah, I just think Millwall at home against Coventry. Millwall, they're hard to beat at home.
Yeah,
they always have been. They always will be. So I'm going for a Millwall win.
You know what? I can't disagree with you. I cannot disagree with you at all. I see it being a Millwall win against Coventry, who, by the way, are getting relegated this season.
But not.
They are.
There's too many poor teams below them. And that's coming on to the next fixture.
Fixture. Coventry getting relegated this season. Anyway, Rotherham versus Reading. Two teams that are favourites for relegation.
Exactly. Now, this will... If there's a winner in this one, will go a long way, because the losers will be one of the favourites to go down.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a relegation 6-pointer. I just think a lot of confidence will be battered by some whoever loses this match.
Yeah. I'm going to pick first this time, and Reading are going to win 3-0.
Rotherham are going to win 1-0.
Ooh, Reading are staying up comfortably, by the way.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to struggle.
No, they're staying up comfortably. I'm not saying they're going to finish in top half, but they'll finish comfortably in mid-table. Easy.
They're in bottom 5.
The big one, the Chris Wilder derby.
Chris Wilder derby. Who does he love most?
Deep down it's us, but he's a very professional man.
He's going to want
and he'll want to absolutely fucking spank us.
Don't blame him. Why wouldn't
No,
he?
me neither. Is it?
Unfortunately, he's not going to do.
See, yeah, you're confident for this one, aren't you?
Yeah, I hate being confident, especially when it comes to United. But I think we're going to win.
Ooh. 1-0. I'm saying 1-0 draw.
I think I'm probably just thinking of last season when we absolutely spanked them. I know it's going to be different, but I think we've strengthened, and I don't think they have.
No, you are fair on that one. They haven't strengthened very well. I don't think they're going to have the season that the bookies think they're going to have. Again, I'm going against all the bookies' predictions, but I just think they've got too much of a paper-like squad. I think that they haven't improved where they need to in certain areas, and Chris Manager's expertise and Alan Neil's coaching can only take them so far.
With the right bunch of players.
Saying that in this game, I just think we'll cancel each other out. It's similar to the way that Hull and Norwich will. I just don't see there being a winner in the game. I'm going to go on to some bold predictions, Jonno.
This early on,
that's what makes them bold. I've already made one. Coventry are going down and Reading are staying up comfortably. Jonno, make a bold prediction. Is it to do with the playoffs, going up, going down? Come on. Something controversial that you think, deep down, something that you've not told anybody because you're ashamed.
I think Luton are going to go down.
Ooh.
Maybe not go down, but I think they're going to stay in the bottom.
You don't think they're going to repeat last season?
Definitely not.
I think they're one and done.
I do. It took a lot out of them, and
Huddersfield could fall into that as well, you know, because Huddersfield,
they were my next one.
If you saw the pre-season video on pitch, Huddersfield were very confident with the manager with this. That 2 weeks after I did that video with them, fucking manager fucks off.
The manager, and nobody seems to know why.
No more betting on football.
I just think they will struggle. They've looked poor first 2 games.
Yeah.
They sat at bottom of the table with no points.
Yeah.
They're in for a long season.
2 games in, Jonno. 2 games in. Blackburn sit top with Sunderland in second. The playoffs are filled up with Burnley, Watford, Birmingham and Hull City. The bottom 4. Huddersfield at the bottom, Bristol City, Swansea, Norwich. Looking at that, does it mean fuck all?
The bottom 4 is very surprising.
Really?
There's only 2 teams in top 6 that you thought, yeah, they're the deal.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's looking to be a very exciting championship season.
At this stage, it means absolutely sod all. Let's be honest about it. At 2 games in, it means sod all.
Don't know. We'll have a look. We'll keep that and have a look in about halfway through season.
See what it looks like. Jonno, who's going up top 2?
Shall I go for ones that are backed?
Good ones you backed. That's probably the best way to do it.
Watford and Norwich. Watford, I think, will be up there. Norwich at the moment, I'm not impressed with.
Who's winning playoffs?
Sheffield United.
Fuck off, you've been on drugs. You're drunk. Stop drinking. Going up top 2 are going to be... I'm going to go with Blackburn and Watford.
Top 2?
Top 2.
And you think I've been drinking?
Playoff winner is going to be...
What is it with you and Blackburn? You said this last season that they're going to be in playoff final, they're going to win playoffs.
They nearly did.
They didn't even get in playoffs.
They nearly did. They did
Your prediction was about as good as me saying Bournemouth were going to get relegated.
I think mine were a bit closer than yours were.
Both wrong.
But, yeah. Playoff winner, I see it being Burnley.
Burnley, playoffs.
Yeah,
they like
do well in
the
playoffs.
playoffs.
They do well in playoffs. Going down, I can see it being Huddersfield, Rotherham and Coventry.
Blackpool, Reading, and I don't know.
And you don't know?
I don't know.
Ever since think Swansea would have a good season. Where did that come from? Look, why?
I don't know. I'd have probably said Birmingham down there, but the way they've started,
Yeah.
which is a surprising
Didn't
one.
they start well last season?
I can't remember yesterday.
Yeah, there are bold predictions. What are yours? Leave them in the comments down below. You can disagree with us completely. You can call us all type of twat. We don't really care. They're our opinions.
And tell us a team that you think is going to surprise.
Give us your bold predictions, your unpopular opinions on the Championship this season. Do you think it's weaker than last season? Do you disagree with us? Do you think that it is a weaker division? Let us know. We always like to hear your comments down below. Please like this video. Please download the Pitch Football app and subscribe to this channel. I've been Jonny.
I've been Jonno.
Good luck at the
Thanks for
weekend,
joining us.
unless you're Middlesbrough.
I should be like you, Mel.